Time to get up. Let's go. Morning, everybody. Working at the milking here, about halfway done. Getting group 3 out of here. Let's go. Group 2 is done milking, so we're able to lock these 2 gates together. Now the cows will just right through there. See, there's a cow laying right there. We were milking group 2 and we realized there was an extra cow in there. Figured out there was an older one in there that wasn't supposed to be, so we sorted her out. She got a little extra time to herself in there before we bring the rest of the group in. Finishing up milking here. Dad's finishing up the feeding. He said he's gonna go down and feed the heifers after that. So I just gotta wash down and then go get some breakfast. Gonna go get the hydro and scrape this out. A little cloudy and dreary this morning. Had some breakfast. So last night I went out and did some shopping. Got some new jeans and boots. I'm not used to dressing this nice to work. We're picking out a couple dairy animals to sell here. Nothing really to sell for beef, so we're gonna sell a couple younger heifers and also a couple cows, the dairy sale. So we're gonna load those animals up and take them to the sale barn then. But first we're gonna go and pick up a torch. We don't have a torch in our shop. Have another project we want to do. We'd like to have a torch, so we're just gonna buy one. Settling. Keep going. Whoop, that's good. We got 2 cows and 3 heifers we're gonna load up. So we actually have too many animals in our herd. too many heifer calves coming through, which is a good problem to have. So we're selling some. We've been selling usually 20% or so, but we're kind of working at ways of managing that. Going to be breeding more cows with Angus, so we're gonna be getting half beef calves, and then we'll sell those either way. If they're heifer or bull, they'll get sold anyway, and that way it'll reduce the amount of heifer calves that we're raising. Back it right here. So my goal is to have cows that last longer, so that we need less replacements coming in, and that'll reduce the amount of heifers we have to raise, because we don't really have a ton of space for heifers. It just makes sense to not have to raise so many. We're kind of working at fine-tuning our breeding management. The 2 cows we have picked out are nothing special. They're not bad animals. If we had the space for them, we would keep them. They're both due this fall, and we have a lot of cows due around that same time. So it's kind of nice to have our herd spaced out so we don't have a whole bunch of cows coming in at once. Our pre-fresh pen gets full. 621. Go. Got the 2 cows loaded in the front. Now we'll go get those 3 heifers at the other farm. Stick them in the back of the trailer there. I'll back my trailer down to those red gates down there.
There's 72. Which one do you like better?
We picked out 3 here. Get in there. Come on. Come on. Got them on the trailer. Got these rubber slip-on things from my boots. Commodore is not good for leather and glue and whatnot. Dad's gonna take those animals over to the sale barn. Need to do some repairs here on the feed mixing bucket. I had been messing with this some in the past. It's getting worse here. You can see there's a pretty decent crack right there, and it's getting weak down at the bottom too. It's right where the skid loader mounts to the bucket. I want to take this over to the shop and weld some plates on here, get this bucket fixed up. This big bucket we've had for a few years, and we got it just for mixing feed. We use it for a lot of other things too, but mainly for scooping silage and everything. It's a lot nicer. It holds quite a bit, and it has this big backside, so you're not flipping it up over one of the skid loader. It's a little bit of a cheaper bucket, not the heaviest or the highest grade steel. I think we paid like $1,000 for it, and we're probably gonna have to replace it at some point. Want to get something a little better, but I think it has some life to it. That's why we're gonna try and make it last for a little while yet. We put a new cutter bar on it last winter. So this is really solid in the front here, and we had braced it up here, put a piece of metal out through here. So what we're gonna do here is get some pieces of metal, I don't know, maybe 4 inches wide. I'm just gonna weld them on here to add strength to this area. And then down at the bottom here, hopefully we can get a piece bent in here and then weld it. You can see this is breaking out. I had welded this a while back, but now it's not cracking right where I welded it. Actually, it's up above a little bit here. Got some steel sitting here. I believe this is 1/4 inch thick. So I'll take this over and use our new torch and cut some pieces out. Got the bucket flipped here so it's flat. So you can see right here, it's a big old crack. And then down here, it's actually starting to bulge up here a little bit. So I'm thinking 16 inches by 4 wide. I'm just gonna use my torch here, find the right spot, and then, well, this is 17 inches right here, that's perfect. So I'll just cut 4 inch pieces out of here. I'm gonna go ahead and make my first cut here. Got a line drawn. I don't have a lot of experience with the torch, so we'll see how it goes. Try my best here. So I got one here. Just gonna have to take the grinder, clean the edges up a little bit. And then we'll slap it right on there. Throw a weld on, we're good to go. Got my 4 pieces cut out. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and take the grinder and clean these up. Just went over it real quick. It's not gonna be perfect here. Some of these edges aren't cut as good as others, but I just got the worst of it off so that we can weld across well. All right, I'm ready to put these on. I'm gonna put 2 of them up here like this. I'll do that first, get them welded on, and then we'll have to bend these. That'll be a little bit more challenging. I got this metal bent a bit here, and it's even now, and I took the grinder across here. I'm just gonna put a weld right here, and then we'll be able to put the new plates right on top of these. I went ahead and welded this first plate on. I'm gonna start the second one now. Since it's not quite even against the whole way around, I'm just gonna weld the spots that are touching, and then we'll hit it with a sledgehammer to bend it down into place, and then we'll be able to weld. Got the top 2 welded on here. So I'm gonna put welds on here on these cracks before I put the plates on top. Heat these up and bend them so I can weld them on then. Got the 4 pieces bent, fit pretty good. Just gonna have to weld around each one of them now. The welds aren't all beautiful, but I know I got really solid welds on a lot of these, and definitely added strength to it. We'll see how it holds up. You can see where it got hot here. You can see where the metal I put on is. So it's right at the top and the bottom of where the skid loader latches in. I'm just gonna put a weld right here at this crack. And then my dad's gonna mix feed, so he needs it. So I'm not great at these type of projects, but every time I feel a little bit more confident. I feel like I learned something, so that's the goal. And we'll see how things hold up. My dad is starting to mix feed, and he said we're out of mineral down here in the feed room. So our main mineral that we give to our cows, our milking cows, we keep right here so we can dump it into the conveyor. So I'm gonna go get another skid. We get multiple skids at a time, and then we'll haul it in when we need it. We just keep the mineral right here beside the silos. We got this little shed. skid loader doesn't fit in there too well, but we have access to a forklift. We don't own a forklift, but I'll grab one here. So all I have left to do is feed heifers yet this afternoon. I don't know about any of you, but I'm pretty disappointed that we don't have March Madness right now to watch. So don't worry, I got your guys' backs. I'll provide you with some basketball you can watch. Get up. Are you guys hungry? All right, I'm gonna call it a day. Appreciate you guys watching, and I will catch you later.